No.
Giggles Grill and Comedy Catch. How's everybody doing tonight? That's what I like to hear. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting local comedy. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be us, so I love you. Man, it's a good thing it rained today, huh? Cooled it off a little bit. This is not fat man weather. It's been rough. Man boob sweat's hard to hide. Real hard to hide. And before I get started, I just want to give a shout out to anybody who doesn't have air conditioning right now. That's just the worst, ain't it? I had a car for a long time and it didn't have air conditioning or a driver's side window that rolled down. That's shitty. So shout out to everybody who doesn't have air conditioning. With that being said, I'd like to give a shout out to air conditioning because that shit's great. Isn't it? Yeah. Privilege shit. Oh man. There's a new phenomenon happening that I've noticed, and I don't know if it's just around here or if it's everywhere. Homeless people have cell phones. I don't know how I feel about that. I had a dude put his call on hold the other day and be like, hey, hold on. Hey, brother, you got $1? And I was like, really? You're getting costed minutes and you're asking me, not even for fucking change, but for $1? For $1? It happens a lot. I used to work at a job where the warehouse and the showroom floor was separated by a little field of grass, and a homeless couple, it's great that they found each other, had a tent. They had a tent, and he come up to me, he's like, hey man, is it cool that we camp out here? And I was like, I don't really give a shit. And he says, well cool, let me give you my number in case somebody messes with my tent. I was like, I don't want your number, man. I'll write it down. He was like, no, let me get your number. So I gave him my boss's number. And then later on that afternoon, he was like, hey, man, you got $1? I was like, dude, I don't keep cash on me. He's like, no, that's cool, man. I got this e-reader. I was like, man, you better get the hell out of my face. You got to play to your audience. If you're gonna be homeless with a cell phone, it better be a damn flip phone. I know times are tough. I understand the struggle. Air conditioning and whatnot. Are there a lot of couples here? Is this date night? Yeah? Y'all are so cute. I'm in a relationship. We've been together for about 3 years, which is cool. We're way past the argument section of our relationship. We get into spats, though, and I'm sure y'all know about spats. The most recent spat that we got into, I'm driving down the road, she's with me, and somebody cut us off to the point where I had to lock up the brakes, and I did that whole mom seatbelt thing. Y'all know that move? But I did it for my phone. Yeah, she didn't like that shit. But it was flying off the console, and I caught it, and I was like, did you see that? And she's like, you're an ass bag. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, between me and the phone, you could have chose to save my life, but you chose your phone. I was like, well, the difference between you and my phone is my phone's not wearing a seatbelt. If I would have seen you flying towards the windshield, depending on your attitude, I might have saved you. But I chose my phone. And she said, well, fuck your phone. And I said, well, now who's being an ass bag? Which kind of worked in my favor, because for the rest of the ride, she shut the hell up. And right before we get to the house, I get a text that says, you're a punk bitch. She sent it to me, sitting right next to me. Which I guess I had that coming. So I showed her my screen. It was like, good thing I caught my phone, huh? And she's like, you always got to be right. And I text her, yup. You ever shower so long you pee twice? You laughed a little too hard at that. I don't have a punchline for that. That's a legitimate ass question, really. I don't know if it's a getting older thing or a drinking too much thing.